Hello friends! For today's project I am going to be turning this into this. What I'm starting off with is a 3/4 inch by 2 inch galvanized steel, and I purchased 10 of these on Amazon for about $6.50, so a very small investment. And for the fabric, I actually cut up a fat square, and which is 22 inches wide, and what I did is I cut about 2 inches, and then I ironed it and folded it down. So the strip of fabric is about 1 inch after all the folding and ironing. So what I'm going to do is start by folding it down. And folding it down gives you a pretty good portion of fabric, so you can get a really good grip on it, because you're going to have to wrap it around and do it very tightly so that it all stays put, and kind of adjusting it as you go. For cutting the fabric, I used some rotaries. The rotary cutters work really good when you're just cutting a straight line. So if you are new to using the rotary cutters, this is a really good starter project. Mostly because you can make mistakes. It doesn't have to be a really straight cut. And it's a good way to just kind of get used to the feel of the rotary cutters. But scissors work just as well. Scissors always take a little bit longer when you're just doing a straight cut, but in the absence of a rotary clipper or rotary cutters, scissors work just as well. And I'm continuing just to wrap the fabric very snugly around the steel. I think that's really the key to this project, is just having a really firm grip on the fabric. And now that we've come to the end, what I'm gonna do is wrap this a couple of times and fold it through. Now for this part, what I'm going to do is sew it with a whip stitch. If you happen to have a hot glue gun, that will work as well. But since hand sewing is pretty much my thing, that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm trying to straighten out this stitch a little bit. See if we can't get it to cooperate just a little bit. And like I said, this is a whip stitch. It's a really simple stitch, and just like when I was working with the fabric, I'm pulling this thread very snug. just to make sure all of the fabric stays in place. And I've done about 10 of these so far this afternoon, and from beginning to end it was only about 1.5 hours for 10 of these. So it's a very simple project. It's something that you can do in an afternoon, and sometimes just these simple projects are really nice for taking a break from larger projects that you might be working on. Okay. Okay, and this is now complete. This is a fabric weight. This is actually 10 fabric weights, which will be very handy when I'm cutting out patterns or just doing a little bit of sewing.